Return to the past, a Londonin. The cold that night sank past the skin, settling deep in the bones. David sat in a small Soho cafe, watching raindrops trace slow, fragile paths down the fogged window. His phone buzzed once. An email. No subject. The sender's name stirred something faint in his memory. Leah Marceau. Only 4 words in the body. For your eyes only. David let out a thin, tired smile. The line was cliché, like the sort of empty promise brands use to sell the illusion of being special. His thumb hovered over delete, but he stopped. Not for the words, but for the name. Leah Marceau, a figure whispered about not just in fashion, but in art. A designer who told stories through fabric, who avoided the spotlight yet shaped it from the shadows. He opened the email. Mr. Marshall, there's a stillness in your gaze that others mistake for emptiness. I've seen it. If you're ready to challenge yourself, I'll be waiting in Paris. Leah Marceau. No contracts, no money. Just one word that unsettled him. Stillness. It dragged him back to Milan. A studio, a shouting photographer. Don't think, Marshall, just move. You're a beautiful blank wall. That's all people pay to see. And so he learned to be the wall. Perfect. Silent. Unmarked. Now Leah had named it stillness. Not an insult. An invitation. Days later, a black box arrived tied with silver ribbon. No logo, no card. Inside, the scent of rain on southern French soil. A gray cotton shirt, matching trousers. A handwritten note. David, I designed this for the stillness inside you. If you feel it, Marseille is calling. Leah Marceau. The words cut through years of rehearsed smiles and careful poses. This wasn't an invitation to a campaign. It was to himself. To the part he'd been running from. Present day, Paris. Maison Marceau. Rue Saint-Honoré shimmered with history and display windows that turned clothes into living art. Perfume, leather, and flowers drifted in the air. In the middle of it stood a sleek glass building, Maison Marceau. David gave his name at reception. Madame Marceau said you might be looking for me. This way, please, the young woman said. No fanfare, no warmth. Just an open path upstairs. Leah wasn't there. On a central table lay sketches and garments. A champagne-colored coat seemed to be waiting for him. He touched the fabric, its scent breathing that same rain-washed earth. The old voice rose in his head. You're just a wall, Marshall. But the man in the mirror now wasn't a wall. His eyes were tired, well, not from work, but from being unseen. He lifted the coat, held it to his chest. It wasn't meant for a hanger. It was meant for him. Marseille, he murmured. Maybe it's time. In that quiet boutique, David made a decision. To be seen. Not as a model, not as a face in an ad, as himself. And that, more than any runway he had ever walked, would be the truest performance of his life.